The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Pioneers and the Snowhawks, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Up next, it's our main event between these road warriors and these guys defending their home turf. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and the NFL playoffs are finally upon us. We don't know who the teams will be just yet, but one thing we do know, partner, whoever makes it through to the end of the gauntlet ahead has truly earned a spot in this year's Super Bowl.
It's really what the regular season does. It gets you battle-tested before you take the field in these playoffs, where it's win or pack your bags. When we saw these guys in Week 1, neither of them.
Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway from Wild Card Weekend. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out an electrifying runner and a former first-round pick back in 2021, Justin Fields.
There's still lots of people around the NFL that believe that Justin Fields' best football is in front of them. Major believers of him as an upper-tier quarterback. And the reason why, Kate, is he's got physical traits that are just unique and different. He can run it like a running back, and he can spin a football as well. In fact, that running ability is some of the best in the game. But just continuing to build and refine his game as a passer between the tackles, that will be the key to the longevity of his career.
From the 32. That one finds Josh Downs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Fields on first down. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And they'll have first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They send the tight end in motion. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Injuries like these haven't stopped them from locking up a playoff spot, Brock. They've been able to fight through them to remain one of the best teams in the entire conference.
And I love that word, fight. It's definitely the key one here. There's been tremendous fight, grit, toughness up and down this roster to keep their level of play despite all these injuries. And they've gotten some tremendous fight out of the players who've stepped into those shoes and taken advantage of the opportunities.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's going to run for it. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
He finds him right side. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Pioneers finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Pioneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. They're brought out by someone who's kept the exact energy now as he had when he entered the league back in 2019. It's Gardner Minshew.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Out of the gun, Minshew. Escapes the... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. We've got a break in the action. Looks like someone was shaken up on the play. Medical personnel out now to attend to him. Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Flushed out, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So fourth down on heads, Braden Mann for the punt. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be their football. Ball at the 33 for first down. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be a first down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Throwing the out route complete. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Play action, Fields. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown. The Pioneers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Pioneers an early 14-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense is back out for the second drive of the contest. And Brock, they are really struggling. Get their feet under them in the first half. They've got to find some resiliency, really stabilize things here in the postseason. Motioning the tight end now. Throwing on first is Minshew. This is complete to Dawson Knox. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short, and you're back. You can get even more aggressive. That shot.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Still more. Still going past the 40. And he has this solo down to the 29-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. From the 23. Got a man. It's Marvin Mims. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And they're going to have a first down. They'll run the draw with Jones. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a night. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Second down carry for Jones. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only 2 yards on the run. They're left with 3rd and 11. Minshew working from the gun. The rush gets home, and they stick him. And the defense comes through. Up ahead of 4th down.
Cade, pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal, not an extra point. But they do come away with the ring.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Boyd now in motion left. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. It's a 2-score game early. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Welcome back for the start of the second. Our visiting offense out in possession of the ball. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. From the 38. Forced out to his right. He's running with it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll give him a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Motion man right is Jefferson. Off play action, it's Fields. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Fields out of the gun. Getting out to his left. Now here he goes. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll give him a first down. Looking to throw Fields. This into the hands of Will Dissly. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives them the first. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here. A tight end in motion now. A give to Mixon up the middle. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Pioneers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Snowhawks and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. The tight end going in motion right. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Fakes the handoff, now Minshew. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30, and it'll give him a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10, here's Jones. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, Minshew. He's on the move. And they get to him again. Hang on now. Looks like we've got an injured player out there and in need of some aid. So we'll step away briefly as they work on him. The Snowhawks getting ready to send this one flying. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Pioneers and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Blitz coming here, Fields. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Fields on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Pioneers readying for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Starts the return at the 34. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Snowhawks and this running back headed back out for a new series. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. 1st and 10 from the 41. Counterplay, Jones. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second down now, 7 to go. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Minshew on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
That throw behind his intended target.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Minshew. On the move, headed right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10, Minshew. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. David Long getting to the spot that time. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Play action, it's Minshew. Stays in the pocket. He's on the move. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Gonna give to Jones. It's the 1st and more. Oh, the football's loose. Scooped up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, that was such a nice run with great explosiveness and vision to get free. But you saw who's moving near the end of that, Kate. You almost felt like a little fatigue set in, and that created the opening. What do they say about fatigue? It makes cowards out of all men. I'll tell you what fatigue does on a football field. You can lose the ball security and the ball just like that.
Another drive coming up for this. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Now Minshew. He brings it in. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Running right, this is Jones. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Quebec. The Snowhawks are on the move here. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Minshew. He's on the move. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It'll be a field goal try from Joey Sly. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Up and good from Joseph. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Returns looking good so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. This offense getting all set for this series. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap to Fields. Locates Jefferson along the sideline, complete. They'll get 18 yards there. And they'll have 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that'll be a 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Fields on 1st down. Brought in right side. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Buys time, rolling right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Pioneers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And you could put 6 on the board. Man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Snowhawks back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. He's going to push one deep down the right. That's caught at the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing on 1st is Minshew. They left him wide open. It's complete. Touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Snowhawks cut the lead down to 15. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Now Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Play action, Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
So we're to the half in this NFC Wild Card contest. Now from our neighbors to the north, we'll head back to the U.S. in Orlando. Got our EA Sports halftime report with Jonathan Coachman coming up.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. This, the second of our 2 games here on this Super Wild Card Saturday. We'll get it back out to you two in just a minute. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here on the NFC side of the bracket. And this one looks like it should be a dandy, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Their offense ready to take the field now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Oh, and the rush is too much. He's taken down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Minshew working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And this one doesn't go far.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
On now comes their punter. Braden Mann will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. Their offense running back out now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Off play action, it's Fields. Taken in by Downs, left side.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
It's Mixon on second down. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Fields throwing here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. This one intended for the running back. And that brings up 4th and long. Punt team on the field. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Minshew setting up to throw. He's on the move. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing here, Minshew. Cut out left. He's still going at the 30. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle, running back, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
From the gun, Jones gets it. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Makes the handoff. Now Minshew. Buying some. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments, incorporate a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. He has the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Here's Slide to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Snowhawks get it back to within 1 score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense ready to get going again now. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Hits him on the out route. It's a gain of 22. And they're going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down throw for Fields. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll give him a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Sending a receiver left. Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He picks up 28 on the play, and it'll give him a 1st down. Mixon on the toss. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
From the 16. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Fields looking to throw. Escapes the puck. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Now the field goal unit runs on for its 2nd try tonight. It's a 38-yard look here. Butker knocks it through. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his 1st attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the touchdowns got to keep coming from as they still trail here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he works through a lane for a gain up to the 30. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the shotgun, Minshew. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a gain of 12 there. Well, Dan Campbell never shy when he disagrees with a call, and he's thrown the red flag here. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yeah. Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. Minshew on first down. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second down carry for Jones. And defender there to get him at the line. Jonah Ellis there to make the stop. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Out of the gun, Minshew. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. They've got the ball to start, but their playoff future in jeopardy as they trail. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Fields to throw. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 23. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Fits it through the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Another throw for Fields. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now, hold on a moment, folks. We got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Fields. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And he's able to push this down to the 12. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Fields out of the gun. And look at the footwork there, touchdown. The Pioneers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Pioneers push their lead to 18. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And look at this return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The home teams are back onto the field, led by Gardner Minshew. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also, he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Minshew working from the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's picked up by the defense. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw Fields. Rolling left, buying some time. He can run it. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Pioneers put up even more points in a win. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Minshew to throw. Mims with the grab. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Able to find Jones. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. Minshew setting up to throw. Jones reels it in. Jukes out a one-stop. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Sticking in the air with Minshew. Has it downfield, working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. They'll run the draw with Jones. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Let's come in here, Brock Minshew. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. Is in. Touchdown! The Snowhawks putting up points in a game decided. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And they aren't able to get it back. The hands team does its job. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. The Pioneers and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. On the ground again with Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Going to the ground again on first. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning here in Montreal. Pioneers about set to celebrate this win. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Keeping it with Mixon. Room to the right. And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. The Pioneers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown, his 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The home teams are ready to go, and we'll get a look at receiver Marvin Mims. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Throwing on first is Minshew. Has the connection to Jones. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. They snap it. Here's Minshew. Forced out to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds a few yards short of the first. That's going to be a turnover on downs. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit pay dirt 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it, I just marvel at it. A bunch of years ago, I got to do and be an official, a side judge for a spring game.
How'd that go?
Not well, because things happen so fast, and I really do. I marvel at more often than not how good these officials are at spotting the ball.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll send him over right. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Pioneers are winners as we say au revoir from Montreal.